I love her. The world came to know and worship Raquel Welch as an icon of glamour, sizzling beauty. But now she says it is time to pull back the veil, to make way for the authentic me. That's what you wrote. That's to be found on the pages of this personal new book. I do love the title, Raquel. Beyond the Cleavage. We're going to speak to her in a moment. Clever. First, a look at the life and career of the woman who, it is said, has become every man's fantasy. That's what they say. She is a Hollywood goddess beyond compare. Her meteoric rise began in the 1960s in the film 1,000,000 Years BC, where she appeared in that now iconic loincloth bikini.
Introducing the fabulous Raquel Welch, the sensational star discovery of this or any other year.
Her string of successes kept coming, even winning a Golden Globe in The Three Musketeers.
Oh, I must go now. Promise you won't follow.
Then, in the 80s,
that's why I believe in exercise.
Raquel joined our collective obsession with staying fit.
Smooth and delicious. It's the one with a lighter taste.
Always, Raquel continued acting, winning rave reviews on Broadway.
Are you making fun of my dancing?
Aren't you Raquel Welch?
Appearing on Seinfeld and a cameo in Legally Blonde.
Well, she was sitting next to the pool, topless.
And GQ naming her one of the 25 sexiest women of all time. She is truly unforgettable. She is unforgettable, and she is here with us right now. It is so good to meet you.
Well, thank you, Robin. It's great to be here with you.
When I said we're going to do a little piece on you, you're like, okay, here we go again with the
1,000,000 Years BC.
How'd you know we would go to that?
I don't know, just a guess.
Yeah, a wild guess at that. But that is what people first remember you for.
Yes, of course.
And you wrote something here. You said, in one fell swoop, everything in my life changed, and everything about the real me was swept away after you did that.
Yes, that's true, because when I did 1,000,000 Years BC and that poster came out that everybody fixated on, I was actually the mother of 2 small toddlers. You know, I had 2 babies with me. So I'm up on this volcano in the Canary Islands shooting this caveman epic, and down at the bottom in the hotel are my 2 kids, you know, with the nanny. I mean, it was so schizophrenic. I mean, I knew I wasn't her, you know, the lady in the doe-skin bikini.
Right.
Yeah, but at the same time, everybody else thought that I was her, and so it was an interesting, you know, experience.
It had to have been, and you know, no one talked about the fact that you were a single mom of 2. In fact, I mentioned it to George today, and she was like, "Really?
No,
they didn't want that." And so, was that part of the process, though, that this image of you was built, and being a single mom didn't fit in?
Well, no, it wasn't that. It was that I had already these 2 children, and I didn't know that this was the direction that the studio was going to have for me, and I had no idea. I thought this movie was going to disappear, you see. And no, I did. I mean, you know, a caveman epic, who cares? You know, I said to Dick Zanuck, "You're kidding me, right?" And he said, "No, it's a classic." I said, "Classic what?" I mean, really. It's like Steve McQueen did The Blob, so now this is a classic too.
Right, exactly.
I don't get it. So it was one of those things. And then suddenly, you know, there I was. I got off the plane in London, and everybody knew who I was. I had no idea they were circulating this little production shot all over the planet.
How much of a say did you have in the direction that your career was going to take? Because you
Oh, nothing. Nothing. I didn't have any say.
Nothing.
No, you know, people really do think, well, they've chosen such bad projects. And you think, yeah, but if I was Meryl Streep, I could choose my projects. But if I'm Raquel Welch and breaking into Hollywood and I, you know, end up in a dinosaur movie, I mean, I'm not choosing my projects. You know, these are things that are assigned to me. But
you're so talented, and you know that people will look at the outside, and you are extremely talented. Love you on Broadway, and you're very open in talking about how people look at you, and men in particular. You said men, and I think this is so true. And again, George is my sounding board, and he agreed to this.
We were talking about it all morning.
We were. You said men will not listen to what you say. They don't want to listen to words, but the tone in which you say it, that gets their attention.
Yeah, but Robin, that's for every woman. Because we think, because we're talky, and we think if we talk a lot and explain everything, you know, that the guy will get it. But they already checked out, you know. As soon as you start rabbiting on, they just go, because they're very cut to the chase. They just want, just give me the facts, ma'am. That's the kind of.
Doesn't matter who you are as a woman. That's
so
what
we go. Why isn't he listening? Because you have to make it short and sweet.
Well, we're listening to you loud and clear, and you have been about beauty, about glamour, about fitness. This is something that is very important to you, and you really are you're about to end another decade, looking as fabulous as you do.
Yet another one.
No, but hey, own it, baby, own it.
Sweetheart, I have. That's why I wrote the book.
Exactly.
And precisely because of the image that I've had, which was an inanimate object and a symbol, a thing. And that person, that Raquel Welch sex symbol lady, whoever she is, she didn't have a voice. And coming up to 70, I thought, you know, I don't want to wait too long before I say, you know, some things that I'm thinking and knowing about and experienced. I want to go ahead and tell what I know, you know, and what happened for real. Because otherwise, this thing is just going to perpetuate along until I'm 90. Because my mom lived to 93, and if I'm going to still have to live down the cave girl thing, and the fur bikini at 93 is going to be really rough.
That's going to be really tough.
I mean, it's bad enough now.
Something tell me you could pull it off. I want to play something from the Hollywood Palace, 1967. I want people to remember this. This is when you were making your singing and
Oh, God. Oh, God, help us.
Sammy Davis Jr., here we go. Hollywood Palace.
Sammy? Yeah.
To make her singing and dancing debut, the screen's most glamorous young star, Miss Raquel Welch.
Now he's gone, I don't know why. Until this day, sometimes I cry. He didn't even say goodbye. Well, he didn't take the time till I bang, bang. Just shot me down, a bang, bang.
Wonderful. We are running out of time. We're going to bring you back after the break. You can read an excerpt from the book. Check out some vintage GMA, the full 1984 interview with Raquel on abcnews.com. It is brilliant.